It had been a long night, but in Diamond City, it's always a long night. Kind of night that only Takaheshi's noodles really helps you to get through. Whether it's been solving mysteries, chasing down murderers, or hunting for missing kids. Never gets any easier, never gets any better. That's my job here. Detective Barton Slone. I've been here in Diamond City now, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. Each day rolls into another. I'd been plying my trade over in Good Neighbor before that, and over in other places in America before that, but I don't like to talk about my past and my history. What matters is the here and the now. And right now, I'm Barton Slone, detective. My role here is to do as my partner, Detective Valentine, asks me. He's a good man. Well, maybe man is or isn't the word, but it's good anyway. He believes for the best in people. And I'm happy to work with him and his partner, Ellie. And it's time for me to check in with him now. So why don't you come along and join me? I've decided to keep a memoir, a diary, record of the cases that I take and what happens. I don't know who will read it. I just feel that I've got to write it. And this is them.
Always a trail to be followed.
You're right. But there's not always something at the end of the trail. This is Ellie Perkins. She's Valentine's, well, let's just call her Valentine's. She found me a couple months back when Valentine was kidnapped. I saved him from unsightly gangsters. It's been good to be working with him ever since. And this, of course, is the man.
Night is when the green jewel feels the most honest. Bright lights.
We're open for business again.
A lot of shadows.
Thanks so much for all your help.
You're welcome. And you speak the truth there, Valentine. There is something more honest about the city at night. People think that I wax lyrical sometimes and I maybe look at things a little bit too deeply, but
people don't like to admit we're here, but
in a way,
problems. Just guess who comes knocking.
You're right. In a way, a detective always has to. We're trained to see patterns. We're trained to see connections. And because of that, sometimes that means we start looking a little bit deeper and thinking a little bit harder about what links to this and what links to that, how it all connects together. I've been staying here with Ellie and Valentine. Sometimes I stay over at the communal house, sometimes they let me bed down here. There's no such thing as a regular sleep pattern being a detective. You sleep when you can, between jobs, between cases, hell, during jobs. You stake up a place, you wait outside, sometimes you gotta take a nap. So, it's the middle of the night, but that's just about as good a time as any to start work.
Nick being a synth has never really bothered me. Honestly, I don't even think about it anymore.
You're right. Should probably bother me too, but sometimes it's hard to tell what's going on the inside of a person. But with Nick, just about to see it.
Good to be back in Diamond City.
Oh, my pleasure to get you back, sir. So what's new? The Earl Sterling's disappearance. Client Vladimir Brobov. Another disappearing act to unravel. Earl Sterling, 25-year-old bartender at the Dugout Inn. One of the owners, Vladimir Bovrov, noticed that Earl hadn't been to work for a few days. Security was called in. No investigation, of course. It's just typical of Diamond City security. They look the part, they walk the walk, they talk the talk. But they do nothing. The walking they do is just round and round the city. If they see something going badly wrong, they ignore it. They see a fight, they'll deal with it. They see someone call someone else a synth, and they'll start shooting. Got a genuine problem, like someone going missing, they don't give a damn. Anyway, the Institute took him as the unofficial word about town, like always. Barton came to my office half drunk with a sob story about he and Earl went well back and that he can't believe that Earl would get snatched up by the boogeyman. My gut says that he's right. Earl didn't have any enemies, at least none with motive enough to kill the guy. Not living with anyone either. So I'll have to see if Vadim or someone else at the dugout has his keys. I'd rather not have to explain to the security while I was picking the lock on Earl's door if I slip up and get caught in the act. Alright. So Earl's got a house here. Vadim or someone else at the dugout may have the keys. Alternatively, we can pick the lock, but I think it's good to ask around first. See what we can find. Alright, let's take the case.
Apparently Earl just up and disappeared one day. No one's seen him since.
I've been meaning to put Earl's case to bed for a while now. Glad you're up for it. So, what's your take on the case, Ellie?
On Earl? Well, he didn't have any enemies, that's for sure. Someone would have to notice you're alive first.
And Earl didn't exactly have the charisma to inspire any crimes of passion. What's that leave us?
I don't know, Nick. It can't be the Institute, right?
Guess that's up to you to find out.
No,
Might want to
I
pick up
always
Earl's
got the
key
sense
from
Earl was
Vadim
interested in
Bogrov.
me.
He runs the dugout
Figures he'd be the
in.
one to run off.
Seems like a good plan.
Time to hit the road?
Hell yeah, you gotta come with me, Nick?
All right.
Let's do it. Hey! And not only have you got the 2 newspapers, you got the latest edition of Robco. Oh yeah, saving the planet,
Battles
one alien
with
invasion at
wits.
the time.
Wars with wits.
Earl couldn't have been taken by the Institute, right? Why would they want Earl?
Guess that's what we'll have to find out. Alright. Let's go, Nick. Back on the road with Nick. Done a few cases together. Here at the Valentine Detective Agency. I'm hoping one day it might be the Valentine Slone Detective Agency, but let's go one small step at a time. This is the city. I don't know everyone yet, but I know a fair few. I know you don't cross the security. I know you stay clear of the mayor. And I know that everything you read in the public occurrences is probably truer than it's false.
Work, mister.
Yeah, it probably is, Nat. How you doing?
Ain't got nothing better to do.
Hey. She means well. Can be a little insulting, though. And there's the Dugout Inn, which is apparently where we'll find our target for today.
Only one thing worth buying in the Dugout Inn, and that's the booze.
Yeah, it's gotta eat. What can I say?
A real Diamond City boy eats at the noodle stand.
Well,
Hanging
you
out
a
with
real
Valentine.
Dime City boy, Nick
For
Valentine?
you. Nicky's good people. You know what I mean.
Welcome to the Dugout. I've only been in here a few times. Serve a good drink. They talk
Vadim, I need to talk.
good chat. It's relaxed.
I am in middle of story. So then I am crossing river, right? Wearing nothing but a smile. When out comes
Hey.
the most dangerous of all sea monsters, a Mirelurk.
A Mirelurk?
Not another one of Vadim's
That's like
tall
2 out of
tales.
10 points of danger tops. Now, if you want to talk something really deadly.
Vadim!
I forgot you were there, you fiend. What is it?
You know what? Never mind. I'll handle it myself.
See this bar? I killed a man for it. No, I kid. He is dead, though. Now, let me know when you're ready to order.
Hey. Not here to order him today. I'm here to ask about Earl Sterling.
Poor Earl. Gone just like that. Such a good bartender. Good friend. Oh, terrible with women, mind you. Bull in china shop with them. You with Valentine's Detective Agency? I forgot to drop off Earl's key when I hired you people. Here, I hope you find out what happened. Security does nothing but yell at me for asking about it. Now, let me pour you a drink. Come on.
So this is your bar? It is. I've seen you here before. You're the bartender, right?
Damn straight it is. My brother Yefim and I make the best moonshine in the entire Commonwealth. We call it Bobrov's Best. Had to start renting out rooms just so customers had a place to safely pass out after drinking it.
Strong stuff. All right. I'm not interested at the moment, but I'll be back. Probably after work. Whatever time that might be.
Hey, Nick.
Hey there. The beer
Well, that's
tastes like
Vladim.
warm spit. You'd be hard-pressed to find a friendlier place for a drink. Vadim, you old lech. How have you been?
Oh, Nicky, I'm glad you're here. I've got new batch of moonshine I'm not sure is, ripened yet.
You mean unfit for human consumption?
Yes, this is bingo. Help your friend, Vadim.
Vadim, we've been through this. I'm not going to be your guinea pig. Again.
Good to see returning customers. Most die. You let me know if you need a drink.
All right, Vadim, you made your point. So, we got the key. Hopefully something will turn up at Earl's place that'll give us some sort of clue as to why he disappeared. Problem is, here in Diamond City, people disappear a lot. So where's Earl's house? Guess we just have to start looking at doors until we see which is here. Most of the residents here in Diamond City have some kind of sign on them that lets you know who's inside. Guess we're just gonna look around. Oh! Got it in one. Well, at least we got the key, so if the guards see us, they won't get too suspicious about what we're doing. And, let's face it, what we're doing is on the up and up.
Trader up from Quincy? You sell any ointment? I got me this itch.
And, that's the other problem with being a detective. Too much information. People think just because you're asking a question about
Why don't
one
you
thing.
check out the living room? Must be some hint where that boy ran off to. You know, for all the talk, I'd put the chances of this being an Institute snatch job somewhere between 0 and none. Just think about it. Earl Sterling, local assistant bartender? Why not nab the bartender himself? Lord knows Vadim samples his own wares enough that some weird behavior wouldn't make anyone bat an eyelash.
This is true. But not everyone in Diamond City is, you know.
Nothing over here. And Earl had lousy people skills.
Not everyone here is on the up and up. Let's just sit back for a minute and just think for a minute about what we're going to be doing here.
Might score the Institute some points in the last person you'd ever suspect category. But why not snatch someone with charm? Someone who could get you what you want. Earl could barely get you a drink by closing on a busy night. So where's that leave us? No known enemies. Wasn't much for the great outdoors, so likely not raiders or mutants. No, this all screams accident. Now, what was Earl into that might have gotten him in this kind of trouble?
Lots of alcohol. Lots of cigarettes.
Hello. Hey,
What you got, Valentine?
here. I think I found something.
Just a couch. What have you spotted?
Think you ought to see this.
I'm looking. Just seems like a perfectly ordinary
come
couch
take
to
a
me.
look at this.
I am. What? Oh, you mean the folder? Oh, a surgery receipt. The Mega Surgery Center, Dr. Crockett, resident surgeon. Reconstruction surgery facials. Procedure to be performed upon clearance of 5 installment payment. Patient Erling Sterl. Wait, that's the doctor. He lives on the, works in the center of Diamond City. He can change your face so much that you look like totally different You go in looking like a I don't know, middle-aged woman. You come out looking like a teenage man or a boy. It's insane the jobs he can do. I mean, that could be why Earl Sterling's gone missing, because he just looks like
What's the
someone
plan?
else.
A receipt from the Mega Surgery Center, huh? I wonder what the good doctors have to say about that.
I agree. But doesn't hell just change everything, though? Point is, we don't even know if we're looking for Earl anymore. We're looking for someone that used to be Earl. Nothing else unusual up here, except the fact that he's got a cigarette machine all the way to himself. A few rounds. A little bit of circuitry, empty bed, single. Like I said, Earl wasn't the most social of people, but he could pour a drink all right.
Hey, I think those Bulbra brothers are looking for you.
All right. Hey, Valentine, sounds like they want the case wrapped up sooner rather than later.
You keep that synth freak at arm's length. You understand me?
Hey, lay off the Valentine. One day you'll need him. Everyone in Diamond City, one sooner or later does. All right, here's the doctor.
Yeah?
It's weird to see the city during the day. So much of my work is done here at night. But there is a day here in Diamond City. Just as Valentine says, days aren't as honest as the nights.
A new patient. A new file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about our facial reconstructive services?
Other than the large blood stain on the floor behind you, my concern is purely professional. I've got a receipt here. You take a look at it.
Let me see. This is Dr. Crocker's deplorable handwriting, all right. Looks like Earl Sterling was one of his patients. The procedure noted here is mundane. Low-risk cosmetic work. Dr. Crocker never performed it, however. Said Earl vanished before he paid. Now, I must insist we talk about your medical needs.
Medical needs? Sounds like you want to change the subject. Tell me more about Doc Crocker.
I'm a doctor, not a secretary. I'm sure he'll be around eventually. Now, let's get back to talking about your medical needs.
I'm alright. Not interested at the
Very
moment,
well.
but thanks, Doc. What'd you think, Valentine? Just looks like a standard doc surgery to me. But there is loads of blood on the floor, which is pretty weird for a doc surgery. What do you think of these, Valentine? They all seem to go towards this hatch over here. Just not sure I should do it while, the other doc's looking.
Got chems right here for you, brother.
No, I'm all good. But, thank you.
No worries.
My guess, of the lack of any other leads, I think we need to take a good look inside the surgery cellar.
How's the noodles game, Jack?
But we can't do it while he's around. I'll speak to the doctor one more time and see if there's anything we can do.
We offer a wide variety of medical treatments.
Won't tolerate anyone.
I'm sure you do.
The only other robot in
Does that involve that large pool of blood on behind you there?
Dr. Crocker must have tracked some fluids when he went down into the cellar. He's sometimes not as fastidious as I am between surgeries. Here, the cellar key. Go check for yourself. I'm sure you'll find there's nothing going on here besides medicine.
I'm not taking this. I'm gone.
That was unexpected. Hey, Valentine. I was thinking we'd have to come back here and stake the place out. Rain. Typical. Rain in the city. Washes everything clean except the blood. Well, we got permission to go down. Come on, Nick. I might need you. But we're not breaking and entering.
You've really been a handful, you know. But
Oh my
I
God.
think we're just about done. Our little mistake is finally going to be corrected. Oh, naughty,
A little
naughty.
mistake?
You're not supposed to be down here, but that's okay. I can fix that. I can fix anything.
You must be the Doc. What the hell have you done to Earl Sterling? You cut off his legs? Cut off his head, you sick freak!
What did I do? I didn't do anything. It was Earl. It was Earl who didn't want to be happy. Good patients get a nice new face. Bad patients bleed all over the floor because they want to screw up their surgeon's life.
Hell, you're responsible for killing him. A good doctor does not kill his patients, and definitely does not maim them or disfigure them. You are responsible for Earl's death.
I might have had just a bit of jet before operating, so I nipped a few arteries I shouldn't have. Who hasn't? But I'm a problem solver, you see. I knew if Earl disappeared, everyone would just think the Institute took him.
You disgust me. You shouldn't even have the medical license that you do. Operating with jet, murdering an innocent barman. I'm gonna have to be taking you in. Your reign of terror here, Dr. Death, has come to an end. You're coming with me and Valentine. Now what's it gonna be? The easy way or the hard way?
Yeah, let's not do anything rash.
I did it, didn't I? I killed a man. Oh God. Well, there's so much blood. So much blood all over me. I can fix anything.
Hey, Duck, no, wait, Valentine, stop him, Duck.
What's going on here? Is that Dr. Crocker?
Yeah, this used to be Earl Sterling.
I think you owe me an explanation. What happened here?
You can have one. See for yourself, Doc. Your buddy's been murdering members of Diamond
body,
City.
Isn't it? Somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew he had gone through with the surgery. So, Earl didn't just vanish. The procedure went badly, and Dr. Crocker was just trying to cover it up.
Yeah. Well, it's over now. Another day in Diamond City turns into another murder.
It's over? The most well-respected surgeon in Diamond City is dead, his patient is in pieces, and all you have to say is, it's over? Yes, I guess it is. You should go. I have a report to file with security and a mess to clean up.
You can see from the look of the table what happened here. Poor Earl. Might be worth checking the Doc's house in the future to see if there's any other crimes that have gone unreported. Come along, Valentine. Our work here is done. I don't expect to have to come here again under the same conditions, Dr. Sun. I hope we understand each other. Good evening, sir.
We can't blame ourselves. That man decided to die.
He decided to have surgery. He didn't decide to die. There's a world of difference between the two. All right, Valentine. Let's head back to Ellie. Looks like another case in Diamond City has been closed.
Don't walk outside the
But
wall
why is it?
undefended. High quality protection for sale.
Why is it that all of the cases in Diamond City seem to end the same way? Bloodbath.
Guess we ought to give her the news.
Or in a murder.
So, you two find out where Earl Sterling ran off to?
You ain't gonna like it. Doc Croc, surgeon. We've probably seen him around. Now I saw his face, I remember him. He's one of the surgeons here in Diamond City. It all went off wrong and he tried to do surgery on him. The surgery went wrong. He tried to cover his tracks. Before you know it, he's been chopped to bits. It's an unpleasant thing. Another tale gone wrong.
Crocker killed Earl? Not as long as he was, I figured maybe Raiders or the Institute, but Crocker? Where's the doc now? Rotting in a cell, I hope.
Hoped so. Before we could stop him. Before Valentine could grab his arm, he grabbed a load of psycho, pumped his veins full of it, and slumped down to the floor dead.
Goodness. I'm sorry you two had to go through that. Here, take this. Sounds like you earned it. I'll send word along. Let everyone down at the dugout inn know what happened. Shame it couldn't be better news. Thanks again for closing this one out. You know, I can't guarantee it'll be any brighter, but we did have another case lying around if you're interested. You remember that one, Nick? The case for Marty?
I do. Some loony scheme to make off with a statue of a grasshopper or something. You're welcome to page through it if you'd like. It's in the folder on the cabinet.
All right. I'll check it out. That could be tomorrow's case. But for now, I need a seat. It's been a long night, Diamond City. Hell, it's always a long night in Diamond City.